Charlie Delta.
Sorry about that. Just fixing my tripod legs. We are live. At Kelowna International Airport in British Columbia. Canada's 10th busiest airport. If you noted a little bit of barking there, we're actually in a dog park. But it's a good shot of the entire runway and all the comings and goings here at Kelowna. Our first plane of the day, and don't expect a lot of planes. Not a very busy airport, even though it's Canada's 10th busiest. You'll notice the difference is 1 million and change passengers a year here, whereas about 35 million at Pearson in Toronto. This is going to Calgary. It's Encore 3160 on a Dash 8 Q400, just cleared for takeoff on a runway 16 at CYLW, Kelowna. Off into the smoke. Hard to see now, but a lot of wildfires around, so planes sort of disappear. Very cool airport though. I got to fly out of here twice now in flight lesson. Definitely smoky. There's a bunch of fires in the area. There's one down near the US border that is huge, that has had evacuation orders. So the smoke is moving up. There's fires all over British Columbia. It is Canada's most active wildfire season in history. So it's actually affected a lot. Normally this is a beautiful view of mountains in the background, but still beautiful, just a little bit covered in smoke today. So just over here is getting into the passenger terminal. You can see an Encore Q400. I was here last night. I watched a couple of 737s take off. It was kind of cool. All good. It's okay, I don't have anything.
What are you doing here with us?
Just watching airplanes.
No, that's
That's what he's saying.
what he said. Come here. Let's go. Come on. He is very suspicious of people.
I don't blame him.
Do anything. Just fine. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Just watching airplanes. Sorry, I left my headphones in the car, so every once in a while I gotta turn up the tablet volume to make sure that we're still broadcasting. There are a few planes parked over on the side here. Can have a look. Right over by the fence here at the dog park. I mean, this isn't technically the dog park. This is a trail next to the dog park, but people seem to walk their dogs through here as well, which is awesome. It's a lovely spot, actually. So we're about 6 nautical miles from the city here to the northeast. Beautiful part of the country. I've been absolutely loving my time here. I would have done a stream earlier, but I was having too much fun.
Vancouver Airport, Kelowna 8 departure, flight plan route, spot code 5524. Roger, Mike Calculate, cleared to the Vancouver Airport, Kelowna 8 departure, flight plan route, block 5524. X2 Roger, full time 1545. 1545, awesome, thanks, Mike Calculate.
This airport was opened in 1947. It was a ranch before this, and it was purchased for $20,000 in 1946. And the first commercial service here began in 1958. It is one runway, well, 2 runways, I guess, if you look at it in both directions. 200 feet wide, which was fun to land on and take off from, because that's a new experience for me. I'm used to taking off at Oshawa in my training with a 100-foot runway, or narrower on some of the smaller airports. But that was a cool experience. And I finally found the center line by the end of yesterday's lesson. Took some time, but we got there. Checking on keeping my batteries under observation, because we have remote gear working here. Just gotta make sure everything's plugged in all right. See how long we can go for. About 25 years ago, they doubled the size of the terminal building here. Big project. Some of the airlines you see at Kelowna, Air Canada, Jazz, Air North, that's what I flew in here on Monday on a 737-500 from Vancouver, and that was on a Whitehorse, Vancouver, Kelowna route. Apparently seasonally you can see Alaska Airlines here from Seattle, Canadian North, Central Mountain Air, Flair. Flair is quite a few destinations from here actually. Calgary, Edmonton, Pearson, Vancouver. And apparently some seasonal routes elsewhere. Swoop at the moment, until Swoop disappears, has a flight from Toronto. We've seen that take off a few times on the stream when we've been at Pearson. In fact, that was what my mother-in-law took, and we'll be taking home, I think, in a week and a half. I joked that they were taking my mother-in-law away, but we followed shortly after.
He's coming to say hi. Oh, he's not a bear, it's a bird.
Hi. How's it going? Hi. I'm not here. I'm just doing a live stream.
Oh, nice. You gonna say hi or you gonna go? This way?
What's it gonna be?
I don't know. Really confused by your...
And the fact that I have no dog with me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dogs are like, what's going on?
Come see. Will you stream it?
Yeah.
It's the airport.
Yeah, I normally do Toronto,
Oh, nice.
but I'm visiting family out here, and I thought we'd catch some action elsewhere. Do the
Sure,
Vancouver
it's
stream out
Just as busy.
Oh, you know. I think there's about 2 million passengers per year that come through here, and Toronto's about like 35 million.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a nice change of pace, though. It's beautiful out here.
Yeah, it is nice.
Are you gonna come stay on?
Nice, you have a good day.
Yeah, take it easy. As there aren't much other planes around, I think that must be the Rouge there. Hey, buddy. Hey, 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 hey.
Pippa! Come on. Sorry.
It's all good. Meeting a lot of doggies here.
Whiskey Charlie with discount for the land runway 16.
Actually, the dogs are much more interesting. Looks like we have a Cessna T337G Super Skymaster coming in runway 16. It'll be coming in from the other side. We'll flip over there in a second. Very smoky right now, so you probably can't see it till the last possible minute. Actually, I love the dogs because there's not all that much action going on here, so in the downtimes, I can look at doggies. Oh yeah, that is Rouge pushing back. We'll watch this for a minute and we'll go see what's going on the landing. There are a few flight school planes that do training out of here, so we will see a number of things occurring. as the day progresses. Not sure how long we will be out here, but we will go until we... Well, basically, my kids want to go to the beach today, so when I get a text that we're heading out to the beach, I will probably go to the beach. Yep, got the private plane on the flight radar here, but it's still 3,000 feet in the air and over lake country. Just to the south end of Wood Lake. We should see it in a minute or so. It's quite a bit smoky out here. We got a lot of wildfires this year. The Okanagan is filled with smoke. You met my flight lesson yesterday. We couldn't go up to Revelstoke as we originally planned. We sort of stayed in the circuit, which was great. I got a lot of practice takeoff and landing. And it was my first time doing a whole bunch of circuits in a constant speed propeller, which is really cool. I'm learning a lot about different types of airplanes and just feeling a little bit more confident about what I'm able to do. So it was great, absolutely great day for that. And then right when I was about to end the lesson, Kelowna Tower shut down circuits anyways, so they had a lot of IFR traffic coming in. So it was neat. I followed in a Dash 8 on final to my final landing, and that's something I don't get to do in Oshawa, so that's pretty darn cool, I think. This camera, sorry, I see what's happening. Give me 1 second, I'm in a bit of a... There we go. A bit loose on its... It's not the greatest tripod. I got this one for travel purposes because it's lighter. We're trying to find a happy medium here where it will balance nicely and do what it needs to do. Rouge, what are you doing? You going back? Push back, engines on, back to the gate. So I guess in Eastern time, where a lot of my viewers are, it's just 20 after 11 in the morning on Sunday. Not a busy time for the stream. I know when I do my Sunday morning streams, or when I used to get up early for the Emirates, not a busy time, but that's quite all right. I'm here and I'm having a good time. All right, let's see if we can catch this private plane landing over runway 16. I hear it. We'll definitely hear it before we see it because of the smoke, but we'll see what we get. I'll zoom in when I have eyes. Might be behind the trees, actually. There's a long runway and we're a bit displaced down here, so we might not see it touch down. Although I think we'll see it just over the tree line there, but this will be a test. Oh yeah, there it is. for this tripod, sorry. It is not super stable on the up and down here. There we go. Cessna Super Skymaster. Don't know where it's coming from. I guess I can
Charlie Whiskey, Charlie Whiskey,
watch its path.
Charlie Whiskey, Charlie, thanks, taxi, Delta, Foxtrot, Joe.
Oh, looks like it came in from Springbank Airport, just outside of Calgary, Alberta. Taxiing back. I try not to do a lot of ups and downs on this tripod. Unfortunately, I just had to get a tripod that I could squeeze into a carry-on and not take up too much space in the luggage, because I am traveling as well. So my tripod back. It's actually quite a smooth tripod otherwise. Once I get it set up, it seems to move all right, but it's the first part of the getting used to it. Actually, we're looking at the grass over here. This is where Earhart Aviation, which was a company that I am doing a few lessons with, parks their aircraft. So
That's Charlie Tango Hotel, Roger. Lift up, wheel in your direction on Christopher Kamloops. Hope you get squawk put in here. Altimeter 3011.
did my checklists over there before we took off.
493 Whiskey, Charlie, Fred, Springbank, flight squawk code 4571.
Some sort of alarm going over there. I'll show you real quick the Kelowna Nav Canada tower. I'm slightly angled up here. Just I'm on a hill and I do not have the same range of motion on this tripod to make easy corrections, so I could sort of, sorry, hold on a second, I was gonna jolt a bit. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Anyway, whatever. That's the Nav Canada Kelowna tower. Spoke to them yesterday during my circuits. Definitely not as busy a tower as Toronto. In fact, I was watching some planes last night. And one plane couldn't get clearance because tower was shutting down for half an hour so that the controller could have a break. So that shows you the difference between the busiest and the 10th busiest airport. So Vancouver we were at for a few hours the other week, and that was the second busiest airport in Canada. This is the 10th. And it is a bit of a difference for sure. Hoping to catch a few things happening this morning. It is Sunday after all. Sunday's not a very busy day, but we'll see what's happening. Nice that you're all here though. See some of the sights. I mentioned I was flying just for lessons. I was flying out of here. Have another lesson tomorrow. And then I'm headed back to Toronto on Tuesday. So we're taking a Dash 8 to Vancouver and then changing to a Dreamliner. So I'm excited about that. So it's not super busy, so I can monitor the chat a little bit better because there's not less workload on the trying to find all the planes. So if there's anything you want to look at, point my camera somewhere. Happy to show you different things. I think it would be kind of neat to have a house up here, to be honest. I would watch airport stuff every day. The KF Aerospace Center for Excellence, which is like an aviation museum, history of aviation in the Okanagan. Behind this hangar, that's one side of the building. You can sort of see the other side, but it's designed to look like airplane wings. That's the hangar on the left there, and then behind on the other side, that'd be the hangar on the right, with giant glass hangar doors that open up, and they've got some really cool old aircraft in there. A Corvair and a DC-10 simulator. You can't actually do the full simulations, but you can sit in them and feel what it's like to be inside the cockpit. My daughters really enjoyed that. My 5-year-old did like a simulated takeoff. Oh my gosh, beautiful dogs. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful dogs. I miss dogs. My daughter really wants to get a dog. I just don't know if we have time to look after a dog with all the stuff we get up to, but never know. Yeah, we don't have a lot of air traffic today, so I will point at whatever you want to see. We're just hanging out by Kelowna International Airport, YLW. It'd be really cool to see a 747 land here. Looks like the busiest year of this airport. 2018, it got to 2,080,000 passengers through here. 2022 is 1.7 million. Even during the pandemic, it still was 750,000 plus. I didn't hear the air traffic call, so I'm not sure what Rouge was. We are 1,420 feet above sea level here. Which is kind of cool. It's about around 1,000 feet higher than Oshawa, where I do my training out of. Yeah, so the runway here is 8,900 feet long. And from the north, it's runway 16. From the south, it's runway 34. It's a Class D airspace to 6,500 feet. Irregular shape airspace. Actually, when I did my float plane lesson on Okanagan Lake, we had to contact Kelowna Tower because we got into their airspace briefly. And VFR pilots are cautioned here to only fly at night if you're familiar with the area.
501 medevac, good morning, Kelowna. Hey, good morning, we're just starting up in front of hangar 3. We are looking to clear the temperature, but if we could take a VFR departure, if that works. Country 511 medevac, ground black, VFR departure is approved. Expect IFR clearance departure plus 10 minutes, clock 0325. VFR departure is approved. Expect clearance 10 minutes after departure and 0325 on the code. We'll give you a show when we're ready for taxi for Kelowna. Country 501 medevac, ground repack is correct, and we'll go.
Yeah, we did about 10 water landings in that lesson. It was a really, really cool, very unique experience. I do a lot more nose up just because of the weight at the front of the plane, and also just to keep it on keep it from getting too rough. A couple of rough landings actually, with waves, choppiness. It was kind of neat. I used to do a lot of boating years ago, so it was kind of cool to mix the two. Having to dock an aircraft was kind of neat.
Good morning, Kelowna, ground, this is Cessna 172, golf, Aviation, with information Charlie.
Sort of had to jump out, like line it up at the dock and jump out and grab the ropes.
Good morning. First kilometer on the road, requesting taxi to north and the taxi to home stop all enough, and we're exploring local house today. Papa Whiskey Romeo ground, squawk 6777, taxi north end Foxtrot, advise on complete. 6777, taxi north end Foxtrot, stop Papa Whiskey Romeo.
Yeah, so Brian, one runway, two if you count both directions, 1634, just one piece of pavement, 8,900 feet long. Don't really need more than that, I guess, with how busy it is at the moment. Roos seemed to do a pushback and then pulled back up, so.
Southside 486, hangar 4, requesting southbound Foxtrot to the shell. Have it set down, right side here. Southside 486, ground, proceed, Foxtrot to the shell. Southside 486, proceeding, Foxtrot to the shell, thank you.
Being in a valley the way it is too, the winds seem to be mostly north-south, or, south-north, with a bit of variation obviously, but.
Clear on Crystal 501, medevac at hangar 3, we'd like to request that a 810 Kelowna. Crystal 511, medevac, ground, taxi, Delta 833, advise on complete. Delta 833, advise complete, Crystal 511, medevac.
I'm just looking at the CFS here. Looks like the hangar's over there. Yeah, it's taxiing down the other end here. Let's go have a look. I think that was the medevac. I think it was taxiing to, I think it said apron 3 for a run up, looks like it, yeah. That's where we did our run up yesterday before the circuits.
Six is off outside. Roger.
Yeah, I definitely have plans to go to Billy Bishop. It just kind of hasn't worked out yet with my scheduling. The thing is, it's a harder sell for me only because Pearson is right there. So I have to make a special trip to Billy Bishop just because I want to go to Billy Bishop. Out here, it's a little bit more, I'm going to the airport nearby. So it's, it'd be cool to do a Billy Bishop stream if I'm like already having to spend some time downtown or something, and then I'm nearby. But if I'm in the city, I kind of generally want to go to YYZ just because the 777s and stuff. But I do hope to do a YTZ stream at some point. It's definitely a plan. I just haven't worked out how I want to go about it yet. It's funny though, I was looking at the prices because I did a drive the other day through like the houses on top of the mountain with the beautiful views, and real estate price wise, you can get a 7-bedroom house, well, maybe not 7 bedrooms, but like 4 or 5 bedrooms, multiple bathrooms with a mountain view for the same price as you can get like a semi-detached in some parts of Toronto. So without the view. So real estate, there are some really, really, expensive areas here, but comparatively, in GTA prices have kind of skewed real estate for me for the rest of the country, I guess. I mean, Vancouver's also very expensive, but like you can get a townhome in, I don't know, like Whitby or somewhere, and for that price you could also get like a fully detached, beautiful multiple garage home with a view here in Kelowna. So location, location, location. Bird visiting us here. Not that this is a wildlife stream, but cool to see different things. We don't have an abundance of aircraft, so what are we doing over here? You ever get mystery wounds? I have a giant scab on my calf. No concept how I got it. Don't remember getting injured. Possibly. I'll bet it was a mosquito bite that I scratched in my sleep or something. I'm just looking down, I'm like, the heck did that come from? Yeah, go on realtor.ca or whatever and see what you can get in Kelowna, British Columbia. Just for a little comparison. Like some condos in downtown Toronto, a couple bedrooms. you can get 2 very large detached homes in a nice area in Kelowna. I mean, obviously it varies for sure, but it's just kind of cool. All right, I think we got a Pilatus PC-12NG about to line up. We also have a Dash 8 cleared to
Canada east side of the runway, northbound above midfield.
Jazz 266 cleared to land. That is a bird. But it's just flying over Elliott Lake now, be in a minute or so. And there's a Pilatus lining up. There it is.
Line up runway 16. We can backtrack a couple hundred feet. You'll be number 2 for departure with the medevac behind you. Carson 511 medevac contact. Carson 511 medevac at Alpha, line up wait runway 16, number 1 for departure with the Cessna will backtrack. Just 266 on, Charlie ground 517.
Okay, Charlie ground 517, Charlie.
Jazz 266 from Vancouver.
Right turn approved, technically towards the bridge at speed 1900 traffic inbound from the southwest of the center. Contact Vancouver Center 1335 after 4000 from Alpha clear takeoff runway 16. Just initially towards the bridge,
Carson Air, Beach 1900D taking off. I think this was the medevac call sign. The Jazz Dash 8's pulling into the terminal. Not an excessively long taxi here.
approved from first full clear for takeoff runway 16.
Cessna back there. Oh yeah. Share runways with the big airliners. That will probably rotate, yeah, a lot earlier. not in here what it requested earlier, so. And then the smoke will take it. So now we've got 2 -8s at the terminal. That was the one that just came in from Vancouver.
Morning number 1, runway 16, withdrawn, altimeter 3011.
Encore -8 over there. And the Rouge.
From Alpha, take off runway 16.
I can't tell what it is. Probably it might be 319. I can't tell from this angle. We've got a Pilatus clear for takeoff, so let's head down to the other end of the field. Sorry, just making an observation here. There we go.
Pusher 734, wind calm, turtle land, runway 16.
Landing clearance. Where are we? the Beach 1900. That is on the downwind right now for Kelowna, Pacific Coastal Airlines. We will catch that shortly. Looks like a Skoda Super Petrol LS transponder is on as well. This is a plane I am unfamiliar with, but it's got Kelowna as a departing point, so that might be cool to see. Well, it will definitely be cool to see because I will find it cool. In the landing, sorry. Just taking a picture of the Nav Canada Tower.
93 Whiskey Charlie Alpha, minor runway 16.
Stop to there, sorry.
Charlie over to ground 21-7, Glacier 734. 3 Whiskey Charlie, you planning the left downwind departure.
Is there a call sign Glacier? Because that's amazing.
Number 9, 3 Whiskey Charlie, wind is southbound Alpha, left rear approved, look for takeoff, runway 16.
Absolutely. I'm in Kelowna, British Columbia. Pacific Coastal, Beach 1900 from Victoria. Clear to land run 16. It is just over Wood Lake. Should be in about 3 minutes. Through the smoke. Once again, we're at CYLW Kelowna International Airport. And it's fascinating because this is Canada's 10th busiest airport. So you can see that the difference between number 1 and number 10 is significant. Last year there was about 1.7 million people that came through here as passengers, whereas Toronto had about 35 million, so it is definitely busier. The busiest runway in the country, I think, being runway 0523 at Pearson. So the jump from 1 to 10, whereas in the US it's probably not as big a variance.
Whiskey Charlie, also make sure the service clear on frequency. You can keep that squawk code for the US flight.
Makes a big difference. In a country with 1/10 of the population of the US, which is approximately where Canada's at right now. I don't know why you're not focusing there. Come on. Zoom out a bit. Beach 1900. And puppies. More puppies. Hey, doggies. We're gonna party. Dog party over here. Lovely landing. Pacific Coastal Airlines from Victoria. There's the, oh, the Rouge is backing up again. All right.
1551 on Delta, hold for the Mexico contact ground 1217. Traffic pushing back for Cape. Delta, hold short of Echo, Pasco 1531.
Not the greatest travel tripod, but
My goodness. Somebody back in the truck. Trish, I picked that up for you,
A319. This one's headed to Montreal. Rouge in 1998.
I know. Yeah, you look at
Oscar 53, 100, ground, watch, watch out. Oh, the one to left, Oscar 53, 1. Number T20, Alpha Tango Quantitar from Bravo. Wind is late variable, clear for takeoff, runway 34, straight out distance. 34, takeoff.
Looks like we're taking off 3-4 here. Are they changing runway directions? Good question. Oh, we got all the puppies. We're in the middle of we have a big puppy party going on over here. People having a good time in Kelowna on the trails. Just behind the dog park. A lot of doggies. A lot of them running up to me, saying hello. So far, all very friendly dogs. Be a fun place to go walking your dog, I think. Well, this would be cool if we have a 3-4 departure on this Rouge. That would be a neat angle to see. Because we see it spooled up pretty close to us. Once again, this is an A319 Rouge 1998, headed to Montreal. Hey Scott, how's it going? Good to see ya. Sun is starting to come up quite heavy now, because then it's getting hot. Looks like this 319 is headed for a 1-6 departure at Kelowna.
Roger, I'll see your discretion.
One of the bigger airliners, so that's the 737 that we'll see take off here at Kelowna. That was to Montreal, Rouge 1998. Yeah, that seemed to get off the ground rather quick, I guess. Not super heavy. And
contact Vancouver Center 1335. 33.5 with Vancouver for Rouge 1998 today.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Yeah, it's as I mentioned, not a very busy airport, but it's the one that is near me. It's the biggest one closest to where I am right now, and I've been doing flight lessons out of it actually. So that tells you how busy it is. That they allow Cessnas to do circuits at the same time as airliners are coming and going. So definitely something you do not see at Toronto Pearson. Billy Bishop, you do. There are flight schools down there that do circuits at YTZ. And Billy Bishop, I think, is number 9 in terms of busiest airports in the country. So that gives you a sense of how it drops off rather dramatically. So for 2022 statistics anyways, so Toronto Pearson was the busiest airport in Canada, number 1, with 35.6 million total passengers. Followed by Vancouver International Airport, which had 19 million passengers. So we're looking at almost double the number of passengers from the second busiest to the busiest airport in Canada. So Toronto really is the hub of travel.
7-4, third morning, number 1, runway 16, wind calm, altimeter 3011.
Number 3 is Montreal Trudeau International Airport with 15.97 million passengers in 2022. Followed by Calgary International Airport, coming in at number 4 with 14.5 approximate million passengers. Number 5 is Edmonton, and that drops significantly to 5.8 million passengers. So almost number 5 almost has only a third, just over a third of the passengers that number 4 has. So we're dropping quite a bit. Then we get down to Halifax at number 6 with 3 million passengers, 3.1 million. Number 7 is Winnipeg, 3.03 million passengers. Winnipeg James Armstrong Richardson International Airport. And Halifax at 6 was Halifax Stanfield. Number 8, Ottawa McDonald Cartier International Airport. That's our nation's capital, and that has under 3 million passengers in 2022. Number 9, Billy Bishop Toronto City Airport, 1.73 million. And then finally, number 10, Kelowna International Airport, here in the Okanagan Valley at 1.718 million passengers in 2022, which has gone up from previous years, but not as much as its peak a few years back. And then after that, to give you a sense of where we're at, 11 is Victoria, 12 is Quebec City, 13 is St. John's, which is the capital of Newfoundland, 14 is Abbotsford, which is a secondary airport in the Vancouver area, 15 Saskatoon, 16 Regina, 17 Hamilton, John C. Munro Hamilton International Airport. Well, by the time we get there, we had 645,000 passengers from Hamilton, number 17. Number 18 is Thunder Bay. 19 is the Greater Moncton Romeo LeBlanc International Airport. Waterloo comes in at number 20. I've flown out of Waterloo, and that's 2022 with 375,000 passengers. So, big difference happening. The drop-offs are significant. All right, looking like our Jazz Dash 8 has turned around and it is ready to head out. Charlie Golf Oscar Foxtrot headed to Calgary.
Number 3, 1, Papa Romeo, third morning.
Jazz 390-8Q400 from Kelowna.
3, 1, Papa Romeo, squawk code 0260. Take that aircraft.
And Kelowna overtook Victoria as the 10th busiest airport in 2018. And at that time, it had over 2 million passengers. Beach King Air cleared to land. That'll be in a couple of minutes. Runway 16. In case you're just joining us, and I don't think that applies to anyone, but if you are, we're at Kelowna International Airport in the interior, Okanagan Valley, British Columbia. Okanagan is very well known for its wine. A lot of cool wineries around here. Last time I was here 5 years ago, I did a couple of wine tours. Mission Hill, and there was another one with, I think, Signal Hill? Anyways, cool area. Great wines. I'm not a big wine drinker, but I like doing things that areas are known for and seeing what it's all about. And it's absolutely gorgeous. About a 4-hour drive from Vancouver. We flew Air North 737 to get here. So 737s are sort of the biggest planes you generally see here in terms of their usual arrivals. 737s, 319s, Dash 8s. And then obviously smaller planes like Beach King Air, Cessnas. That's where I done 2 flight lessons out of here this week. Cessna 182, which is cool. There is a Dash 8 coming in 2 minutes as well, so we'll catch that shortly. That's a WestJet Encore from Calgary, 3155. Not what you're seeing on the screen right now. What you're seeing right now is a Mooney M20J.
3155, good line, runway 16.
So we're looking for Encore 3155 from Calgary to Kelowna, Dash 8, Atlanta runway 16. There it is.
turn into Charlie and over to ground, Falcon 3155. 31 Papa Romeo, wind calm, clear to land, runway 16. Clear flat, 1 Papa.
Piper PA 31350. Coming in from Vernon. That is not a long flight at all. Vernon is just at the top of the lake.
Charlie, what's your destination on field? Right on Charlie, and we're going to the FBL to Kelowna. What's your turn right on field to contact ground 1217? Charlie, you're Delta, ground 117, 1 above. Just 390, ready? Just 390, Alpha, line up runway 16.
That was Jazz 390 to Calgary. Dash AQ 400. Sometimes the image stabilization kicks in really well in this one. Sometimes it absolutely does not. Like right now, no. A second ago I was shaking it. It was doing really well. So I have to investigate why sometimes it's a very smooth pan and sometimes it is not. But I don't change much about what I do, but sometimes it seems to just kick in. So it's a Sony AX5 III Handycam with intermittent image stabilization. Have to play with the menus as we get there. All right, back to the grass. It's more helpful on this tripod to have the image stabilization because this is a very finicky lightweight tripod which I need for traveling. but even so. Yeah, I'll look at it afterwards. But we are in the Okanagan Valley right now. Kelowna International Airport, Kelowna, British Columbia. Beautiful city, Kelowna. I could live here. I would miss Pearson, though, I believe.
Delta, tower, terminated to change on frequency, please.
I don't like it, but it's mine. Party! Freya, not everybody wants to be your friend.
It's okay. Hi.
She's like, you're dying, Mom.
Hi.
Person 911, contact Vancouver, turn 150.5 now. 55, you guys now.
We are down to one airliner. Parked at Kelowna. That is an Encore Dash 8. I've not tried the Okanagan cider. I should try that before I go.
Glacier 723, Linda 360 at 2 from Alpha, clear for takeoff, runway 16.
I don't know if that was the King Air that got clearance there. It's hard to see. But we did get a takeoff clearance down from Alpha. Looks like it, but also it's far away and there's a lot of glare on my screen right now. Yeah, a few breweries around here too, like craft breweries and a couple distilleries. Urban Distilleries is now, it's moved to the west side, it used to be downtown. And they do some unique vodkas with like natural flavoring and gins and whiskeys and things. They do a bourbon type drink, which is, it's a corn whiskey. I don't think they can call it bourbon technically because it's not made in the US, but wonderful stuff down here. Beautiful, beautiful part of the country. Absolutely gorgeous. You and me both, Doug. I'll be landing in Toronto Tuesday night. Where are you flying in from? I'm flying in from Vancouver on a Dreamliner Air Canada. If anyone's in the Toronto area. Yes, I'm flying Jazz 273 from Kelowna to Vancouver. So a Dash 8, much like the one we saw take off. And then flying Air Canada 186 from Vancouver, landing after midnight in Toronto. And that's a 7879 layover in Vancouver, but I like layovers because I can look out the window.
Tango Paul Tower. Alpha Tango, if you're remaining outside the control zone, don't need to talk to me, change this on record. Person 811, medevac, wind is calm from Alpha, cleared for takeoff, runway 16, today.
Much more active image stabilization, especially when I'm traveling. It's definitely challenging. Welcome from the UK. Yeah, listen to music. Not much audio happening here, just me rambling on about Okanagan facts. Things that I've learned. My wife's family, her mom's side, is all from the valley. So she comes out every year to visit all her brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, and great nieces and nephews. And so we thought we would join her for a week this year. We'd bring the kids out. My youngest one has never been out here. My oldest one was only like 8 months when she came last time, so does not quite remember. I'm just gonna see if I can play with the stabilization for a second here. I'm already in movie mode. I wonder if there's a I'm gonna try something different. Just going through my menu here, so if you'll excuse me a second here. So it's got intelligent active. What if I did standard? I mean, it's still shaky. Steady shot. What about just active? Intelligent active is strongest. I mean, it's still quite shaky. When it was on a minute ago, it was great. Okay, that's not nice.
268 Power Tower, runway 16, wind 010 at 2, altimeter 3011, here number 1.
What if I just turn everything off? Now it's just full shake as normal, but it seems like it would come on from time to time. Yeah, it seems to only work part of the time, but because sometimes it does a really nice panning thing while I'm working through, and then you can tell the difference when it flicks itself on, because it has a nice like sway effect which is great. Great for handheld. Not as great on a tripod, but still, like even the tiniest little jostle, as you can see here, that's quite a jostle. But I can definitely tell the difference when it pops on. So there must be another setting somewhere that I'm missing. I'll have to go in there. Anyways. Next camera for sure. I'm gonna focus on the stabilization because that makes everything so much nicer.
Yeah, 268, tower check, you've canceled IFR, runway 16, straight in, you're number 1.
We do have a Jazz coming in.
And Jazz 268, just report to film site.
Jazz 268, a Dash 8 coming in from Vancouver. 37 minutes ago it left, so not a long flight. The drive through the mountains is absolutely gorgeous.
2315 Kelowna Tower, good morning. Runway 16, wind calm, altimeter 3011, number 2 following 400, 9 long line.
Sounded like a swoop coming in, but with an OWG aircraft. We shall see. We're gonna get to the bottom of this stabilization. That is my goal before my next Toronto stream. Figure out the ins and outs of the settings. Maybe I can get into a deeper menu, which I won't do on the air. I just thought if there was a quick fix, but seems to turn on sometimes and sometimes not. Like, is there a button I'm missing? Must be.
268, wind is calm, 32, land runway
16. Still a learning experience. We've grown a lot, but it's still a pretty new journey for me. I've only really started doing serious live streaming in February. I did a first one at the very end of January just to see what would happen, and very limited equipment. I've grown quite a bit since then in terms of equipment.
Good morning, remain holding short, traffic 103 miles.
Not as much in terms of other things, but see the Dash 8. And this is coming in from Vancouver, Jazz 268.
132 and also line up runway 1.
Line up here.
Contact ground 12171 off. Charlie over ground 217.
The swoop comes in.
Uncle 3223, Clone Tower, good morning, runway 16, almost 22011. You're up to behind 737, 12 off. Echo 1532, wind is calm from Alpha, clear for takeoff runway 166.
Oh, thanks, Mel.
Group 315, traffic is on the roll. Wind is calm, clear to land runway 16.
$15 tip from Mel. Thank you so much. It doesn't pop up on the screen on my remote stream, so I will thank you very, very much. Said buy the girls some ice cream at the beach today. I absolutely will. They are big ice cream fans. Thank you very much, Mel. Really appreciate that. That means a lot. And thanks for watching. And let's watch this Swoop 737 on an OWG come in. You can see it already.
Delta, contact ground 1217, 1 off today.
Delta 1 after 121, 7 for Super 300.
And that came in from Toronto on a 737-800. Alright, Encore Dash 8, just heading over Lake Country. It is in between Wood Lake and Ellison Lake. Cleared to land, runway 16, Kelowna International Airport, British Columbia, Canada. Had an app malfunction. Happens from time to time in the field. Tough to always isolate. Sorry about that. And without my headphones, because I left them back at the vehicle, I could not tell that we had an interruption on the signal, so noted. Now we're down to 9 people watching. I'm gonna end shortly anyway, so not a big deal. I gotta sort out some things, but it's getting quite warm and I gotta take my kids to the beach. We'll see if we can get one more decent landing or takeoff, and we'll go from there. See if there's anything cool coming in. Well, this is not that cool. I definitely can't zoom in on it because it's right in the sun. But there are the contrails up there. The Dreamliner. You can't see it on this. Too much smoke, but there's a Dreamliner way above headed to San Francisco. Which would have been neat to see, but alas. Fires are pretty bad, actually. There's a very large one just south.
0 Park Tower, good morning. Runway 16, wind calm,
Towards the US. It was on the US side. It was now into Canada. There's evacuations happening. Fire near Kamloops. I think there's one not far up from Vernon as well. And yeah, the smoke is pretty bad around here, but it's not a great situation, unfortunately.
Alpha Tango, right downwind 16. Alpha Tango, fly overhead the field, fly to cleared left downwind for runway 16. Roger that, overhead the field, cleared left downwind 16. Alpha Tango.
8 Alpha Tango, 2,300 feet, it's about to fly over the field.
Ready, Gulf 2, Foxtrot Delta, Tower, good morning.
And then it's going to do a left downwind. This is a Skoda Super Petrel LS.
2 Foxtrot Delta, climb now.
I see it now.
2 Foxtrot Delta identified, runway 16, wind 060 at 3, altimeter 3010. Fly, entry arrival.
Tough to get a really good angle on this just because of the way the camera is set up, but hopefully up here I can see something. There we go.
Papa Whiskey Romeo, calling it Tower. Good morning.
Now the stabilization's kicked back in, but
Papa Whiskey Romeo, calling it in. 8 Alpha Tango, that's going. 8 Alpha Tango, send downwind. You're going to be number 2 behind the citation. They're small funnel. Caution, wait your go. After that, we're looking for the aircraft. I think they are on takeoff. I have them on Shell Lake right now. 8 Alpha Tango, they're at the south end of correction, Wood Lake. After that, yeah, correction. Yeah, 8 Alpha Tango, we have them on takeoff. We're looking for traffic. Sandy 560, wind 060 at 2, clear 2, land runway 16. Sandy 560, there's an M-Series plane. They're on the left downwind, but they're going to call you in.
now it's off again. Ah, that's stabilization. That is rough. Gotta figure that out.
Delta, runway 16.
I want to get it to always be on. Because the tripods in the field are not as good as the one I use back home. Even that, I would love a little more stabilization.
Remain holding short.
The wind knocks it around sometimes. Alright, this citation will be the end of the stream. And I'm going to go to the beach with my
Runway
girls.
16, wind calm for the 3010, gliding west bank arrival.
This will be our last plane. Short stream today, just checking out the remote stuff. Not a super active moment. Airport's a bit slower than back home. I don't know if we'll get to do another one before we head back to Toronto, but we'll be back at Pearson within days, bringing you all the action. YYZ. 777s and all. Maybe even some A380s and 747s. Love Kelowna Airport though. 10th busiest airport in Canada. I've said that a few times, but don't know if everybody was watching earlier. Anyway, there's our Cessna.
Exit Charlie, contact ground 12171 off. Okay, right on Charlie.
Alright, very, very much appreciate you all watching. Short live remote stream. Gear up. Great show games from Kelowna International Airport. My name is Michael. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for those who send super chats and tips as we go. That really helps us be sustainable. It means a lot to me. So thank you very, very much. Hope you all have a wonderful day. And we will see you back in Toronto as soon as we are able. Embrace the journey, everybody.
Delta traffic exiting Bravo, wind 020 at 2, clear 2, land runway 16.